it's me, Jacqueline, with Love by Jacqueline. I come to you today to show you how I made an envelope journal. And you can make this with any sizes that you choose, but I chose to make mine 8 3/4 by 5 3/4 with 10 envelopes. And I think I'll do the same thing today to show you other ways of making it, but this is what it looks like. And I took a piece of scrap paper, put it down the spine of it to kind of hold it together so it doesn't show how I actually glued those things. And I didn't use my normal glue, which is Irrigate. I'm sorry, Irrigate. I didn't use that to do this, and I did Elmer's glue, and it seems to be holding up pretty well. You know, the thing about Elmer's glue, sometimes it makes your page more wrinkly or whatever, but if you take something and just sit on this overnight, it'll kind of make it do what it's supposed to do, which is close without you having to put rope or magnets or anything to close it up. But anyway, this is the inside. This is one of the envelopes. I left it open, so if you want to insert some things in there. And then I also put a little pocket right here in the green. And then as you turn the page, same thing again. I did a little background to match the book, but also another green pocket if you want to insert little small things. I have not yet put anything in it, but I will put some tags in there with different inspirational sayings. Again, another envelope pocket, some pages you can write on. And then this is like a little card. You can write something in. Maybe if you want to give this to someone, you can put a little note in there, reminder, or something inspirational just to say whatever it is you want to say. Here's a little notepad. If you want to write some small things here, just remember, I put a little bow up top. Let you see that little bow and a little small notepad along the side. Again, I showed you no pocket here because this is paper that you can write on. And then as we turn to the next page, another pocket from the envelope, and then a notepad that you can write on. And we flip, and I think the rest of them is just openings. This one may not be an opening because I sealed it on that side, because I was going to put maybe writing paper or blank copy paper so you can write something or draw something, or maybe use some stickers or some ephemera. I just haven't got around to it. But anyway, again, another pocket, envelope pocket you could put things in. And then the rest is just to kind of coordinate, to put whatever you want, a picture of you or anything of your liking. Same thing, just remember each one has more space for pockets. So if you like having somewhere to store some things, this is it. Y'all forgive me for looking off. There's cars passing down the road, and from my window I can see them. So it kind of catches my attention. It makes me feel like somebody walking up, so I always look off. But anyway, more pages to write on and more pockets as you go to the back. And then the very last pocket and page covered, so you can put whatever you want here. And then the back of the book. Anyway, so this is about 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. Something close to that. This is ribbon on the end to kind of make it a little longer to cover the book itself. And I've done that on the back side and the back side. I don't know if you saw that. That's the back side ribbon. Front side ribbon to match. Okay, let me give you another look at that. It's pretty cool. I like it. And then a little bead jeweled inside of the bow ribbon. And the back side. It's kind of sturdy. It's not easily bent because it's 10 envelopes here. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the envelopes that I use. I told you the size, 8 3/4 by 5 3/4, as you can see, and open easily. I'll be showing you how I put those together, and I think I got 10 of those. And then some regular notebook paper this time instead of my blank copy paper, because I like using my copy paper to do just what it's for, copy. So, and then I have some 12 by 12 paper to use. See, I told you it was going to match the cutouts that I made to use as ephemera, but this is what it looks like. And this is another one. I have 3 of these. I don't know who they are made by. I just know that a friend of mine gave them to me, and I said, okay, I can put them to work doing something. And I will be kind of cutting these at the measurements that I've already stated about the book, and then some of them may be even smaller. Like I said in some of my last videos, I don't really do measurements. I just kind of go by what I have and make it fit, and normally it falls into place. I do make some mistakes, but I always try to go back and correct my mistakes. I have extra just in case I want to do some pages inside of the envelope journal, but I know I will not use it all, and then everything that I don't use I keep for scraps. And then everybody know, if you keep all your scraps, you can use it later for another project. So that's usually what I do. So now that you know, and then like I said, I use Elmer glue, just so you know that. To make this quick and easy, I have a brush and I have my little jar of Elmer's glue. So we're gonna take our glue. Don't have a lot in here, but I'm gonna use what I got, and then I got some on Bike Up. But here's the envelope, and we're gonna start by gluing them together like so. Kind of keep it in the creases of the fold here. So that's what we're gonna do. This is how I do it. Don't need very much, but try to put enough so that it stays from edge to edge. Cleaning up any that is left over. And I glue it from the back. Put in the edge and edge fold in the crease, like so. Once it's there, kind of put it down. This side, I'm going to leave open. This side, I'll probably end up closing it up. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just going to kind of move the process along to continue to glue in every one of these. This is how I'm doing it. Back, forward, back, forward. So, like I say, use whatever kind of, or not kind, yeah, it could be any kind, but any size envelope that you would like. I chose these because these was just left over, I think, probably from Christmas, I think. And most of the stuff I try to keep just in case I want to figure out what can be made with it. If there's something to be made with it, and I figure it out, or I go watch a video that somebody used something that I have, makes it easy for me to continuously doing crafts. Again, with me doing this, I hope that you guys like, subscribe, follow my channel. As you see, I'm putting all this together, giving you a general idea. I'll probably shut off the camera and go do them all, and then come back to show you what it looks like. But I kind of do one side, this side, then one side, the other side, just going back and forth, but always trying to leave the pocket. Leave the pocket. This one will get closed up, but when you open it, this pocket is supposed to be open. Oh, nope, that was the stick. That's a mess up. So yeah, that was right. I'm wrong. taking it apart instead of putting it together, but that's how it goes. So the pocket will probably be on this side. If not, I'm probably going to cover it because now I have made a wrinkle. So yeah. Okay, so we'll just have a pocket on this side. I'm going to make sure that I close. It doesn't matter how you put the pocket on either side. To me, making it one on one side, one on the other just makes it more decorative, I guess you could say, and being able to use more than one side. Some people are left-handed, some people are right-handed, so this may adjust to just that with people that are. Like I say, these will end up being closed up to leave that pocket, so if you want to insert things in it. So I'm going to go off camera and do it all, and I'll be back. So you got the general idea. Just glue in envelopes. Once you get it together, this is what it should be looking like. A book. Crease. You see how you fold that crease line that is there to close the envelope up? That's where I'm kind of lining each one of them up to make sure that this can fold just like a book. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So each one, as you do it, you see I have another one, so I'll put that one on this side like so, and then the flap will be over here, so it's back and forward each time. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. I figured I needed to come back on just to make this clear. But any questions, comments, just write it there on my page, and I will respond to any comments or any questions that anyone may have. So yeah, once I get it in there, kind of smooth it, trying to make the book not have too many lumps, because like I said, with Elmer's glue, you may get some wrinkles, so always try to smooth it out so you don't get those wrinkles. Minimize as many wrinkles as possible by doing that. But as you can see, I kind of try to be lightly with the glue, just enough to hold it. Elmer does work. It's not a glue to go to that I normally use, but just for this project, I'm doing it because, like I said, if anybody in the family see and say, oh, that is nice, I want it, I'll give it to them. It's not something that I'm going to sell at a craft fair or anything like that, so that's my reason for using the glue that I'm using. But I still think it's sturdy enough to hold up. As you continue to get to the point of adding them the way I am, the center is going to be more out. As you, I don't know if you can see that. See how it comes out a little further, but then when we put an edge on, we'll have all that inside. It won't show. So I'm going to keep it going. I try to find a middle part because I want them to be even. So forgive me for counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this wouldn't normally be the middle, but we're gonna 5 over here, and this will be the 5 on this side instead of 4, like it was when I counted it. So this will be the 5th one for this side. Oh yeah, can't say any of these things because anything that music that I put to this is not mine. I have no rights to that song I was just singing. I just like that Fly Like an Eagle song, but it's not mine. I think Seal sings that song. But anyway, let's keep it going. Another flap. I'm going to put it on this side. There we go. We're almost there. And again, I'm going to go off because I think y'all kind of got it now. And finish it up as to not make this video so very long. So, okay, so I'm back. I end up using 12 envelopes instead of 10 like I initially said. But that even makes it even stronger, thicker. So now what I'm going to do is cut some paper to put inside of it, and I'm cutting that paper at the size that I once told you. 5 3/4 by 4 3/4 is the size, but I'm gonna cut it a little smaller than that, maybe 8 by 5. So give me a second to do that. I always cut the little edge off first, so I can just have the middle without having the hole that you gotta insert something in. So sometimes my thing cut all of it at once, sometimes it don't, so I just try not to move it. So yeah, still not all of it. Cut again. Probably need a new blade on this thing. Oh, that's good. Okay, so that's done. Once you get that edge off, that's what it looks like, no holes. Then I'll do the same thing on the other side. That's how I'll end up putting the little notebook in the other one. And to just be able to write small notes, small things. You don't have to write a whole lot if you want to use it for that. Otherwise, I just keep this stuff for scraps or something else. I just thought it was cute to put a this on the other one. I'm not going to do that on this one though. Okay. Got it all cut except one page. I'm not going to wrestle with that because I know my blade needs to be changed on this thing. So right now the measurement is, I ain't got my glasses on. Let me get them. 5.5 right now. So 5.5 would be good to go in there to kind of fit pretty nice because that's a little bit shorter, not so wide. But again, I'm gonna try to go. I'll do 5.5 and 8.5. How about that? I think that'll be good. 8.5. I don't want to cut that part off. I want to keep that part. So we're gonna turn it around and let's cut 8.5. Multiple times because, like I said, I know my blade needs to be changed. And you can get those blades off of Amazon. That's where I get mine from. Okay, now we at 8.5 by 5.5 on paper. I'm gonna move this out the way. I'll leave it where I can come back to it. I should be doing the front cover first. I think I'm gonna put this maybe right in the middle, maybe, to kind of show where the middle of this book is. And again, I have to count these pages. I know I did 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This would be the middle. I'm gonna decide to close this, I think, and leave that pocket right there. So I'm gonna put this here. But what I normally do, I take that glue, kind of make it, I put it across the top so these pages will kind of stick together. And if this is not working for me because I don't know how well Elmer glue will keep it together like a notebook or a towel page, whatever you call it, I'll put a little script across it that will match. But for right now, I'm just going to clamp it and hope that it sticks. Even if it does, I'm still going to probably put something that I'm putting in this book that to match across the top. So right now, I'm just going to put that to the side. And we're going to go back and cut the front page. Again, 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not confusing you. So let's put this at 5 3/4. Right there. I want the friends part to be on the journal because my friend gave this to me. If it turns out nice, I can give it to her and let her and thank her for what she done. So I think I might have cut it too short, maybe. Let's see. my measurement meter be off, so yeah, so about 8 3/4. I think this, I'm gonna cut that side, I'm gonna cut the top, and I'm gonna turn it around. I tell you, sometimes me and this measurement stuff just don't get it. But I tell you, by having it on this board makes it so much easier for me. And my board is by We Are. I guess that's We Are Makers. I like a lot of their products, and I do have several things that, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and cut the bite page as well while I'm doing this, so I don't have to come back. And then I will be cutting other pages because I'm going to put like maybe pink on the inside. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and cut my bite page and keep the scraps. About 5 1/2. Nope, that's 5 3/4. Okay, that's what we got. So, that seems like one is bigger than the other, but it's okay. We'll make it work. We're gonna make it work. It happens sometimes, and I can probably just curve this thing. Okay. I have a piece that I can put as the spine, so it's okay. We'll make it work. Make it work. So let's get this out of the way and keep it moving. So let's put the front page on same way. I'm gonna cover this full front page with glue, close as possible to the edge so that the edge sticks down, but not too close to where it sticks my pages together and I can't turn them. So yeah, this is the quick way to get the glue on with a paintbrush. And of course I put them in water afterwards so the glue don't stick in it and I can reuse my brush over and over. But if it get too much or too messy or too hard that I can't, Dollar Tree is always open. Just get packs of them. That's what I do. So yeah, but that's another story. And we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Trying to do it in the right amount of time. So we got the front page on. Just hopefully it's not. You have time to make sure it's not crooked. Try to get it as straight as possible before it dries. It may not be the best, but so far I think it's coming along really good. That is the front cover. Front cover. If it's kind of opening up like that, just go back, touch it up. Make sure that you got it really saturated enough to keep that holding for a minute. And this week I'm supposed to let someone out there know that they're the winner of one of my April festival goodies that I made, and we'll talk more about that closer to the end, so stick with me, and we'll announce the winners close to the end of this video. So now that I got the front on, we're going to do the bite, and I'm going to leave some of it out because I want this more towards the front of the book because I didn't cut it long enough, but I don't want to go back. You know what? Maybe I can. This is bigger. Let's just take this one. Oh yeah, this will work. The other side, maybe that's what it was for in the first place. Okay, I think we got it big enough to where I don't have to. But I'm still going to put something on for the spine. Maybe another color, or maybe the same floral pastel look, if that's what that is, or spring colors, whatever you want to call it. Close to something pastel to me, it's just not really light either. Okay, so let's do this. Close to the edge as possible. Okay, seems to be coming along just fine. I think that's perfect. Doesn't look crooked. All of the pages seems to be in. Again, I always pull around the edge to make sure it's really stuck. So here it goes. Same thing with the front. It's a little over, which is fine for me. Really good. So far, so good. I'm bringing in a close-up for you. Turning around. All the edges are inside. You don't see them all hanging out like they was in and out. So it's a little off at the bottom. I kind of look crooked, but that don't matter. You can't see it as much. And I can also put ribbon around it. I didn't show you the ribbons in the beginning to say how I have different colors. So this right here is a pink. Like it's just a pink. I don't know what color sky. I'm kind of colorblind, but this looks like hot pink. And then I got some white lacy to even put around if that's what I decide to do. I don't know yet. I'm still working this thing along. So, okay, now that we got that done and we know about all of the pockets mostly on the left hand side, with this spine part, I think I'm gonna go and probably put some pink on the spine, and then inside of the journal will be more pink. Okay, so now I got the spine part cut. It's like 1.5 inch, and I'm gonna put this on the back of this, but let me kind of get it halfway in a halfway fold so I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, so this looks about half right here on what seems to be 3 1/4. I told y'all I'm not good at measurement, but let me look at this board. It is, whew, these eyes, 5 and 8. I can't see, but whatever it is, it's not so half, but it's close enough to where it can cover the spine of the book. I'm gonna get better at this thing, y'all. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm showing y'all how I do it. So once it get put on there, it'll look something like this, but let me get it glued down. I kind of put the glue right in the crease and just let it kind of be pushed upon the rest of it. So here's what I do. Make sure it's kind of wet in there. Then brush my way out of it so that it sticks to the spine really well. Kind of do both sides, even with a little bit of glue and down the center. So, yeah, these things take time, but I love doing it. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to put it in there as evenly as possible before it dries. Right in the crease. Anything that hangs over, I will cut off so it's not so bad. Yeah. And then if it still seems like it's coming up, I'll put more glue. I don't want to pull it off, so usually I try to make sure there's enough glue so I don't have to be doing that, because you will damage the paper if you have to pull it back up once it gets thick. Once it gets stuck and you pull it up, it's going to tear your journal. So try to make it as wet as possible without being too soaky. And again, you don't want a wrinkly journal. Elmer's will wrinkle your things if you use too much. So yeah. Sometimes I can't pull it up. I'll go right up under the edge. That's why the brush is good and flat to catch or get up under the edge real easy. So try to get flat brushes. So that looks flat. And it's easy to go up under things like that. If there's a little hole somewhere, just simple like that. So that's done. We'll let it dry a little bit, which is kind of dries really fast to me. Fast enough for me. But this is what it's looking like right now. See? I think it's beautiful. And in the back, it's beautiful. So now I'm going to cut off the excess. So when I do that, I kind of open the book up so I can cut without cutting my envelopes. And there we go. Pretty good. Even. Okay, now that that's done, we'll start putting some pages in. So we're going to start right in the middle. I can find that. Usually it has an open pocket. I may have glued it down. Probably did. I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It seems to have glued down already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which way is the 6? That's the 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be the middle. So with the middle, I'm going to take this. Or did I say? Yeah, I did say I was going to put down my little paper pad here. I put the top on already. I cut that like 1.5 inches. But now I need to cut the edge off to make it even. So let's do that. So that's done. Make sure you put it straight. And this is what it looks like. It's not a lot of paper, but just enough. I think I'm going to put that right on top of this. No, maybe not. I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to put it right on top of the envelope, which will hide it. Because we're not going to use that pocket no way. But this is how I'm doing it. So, give a little glue. Across the back here. Just put it across the top. You can use stapler, or you can use the tape, the adhesive tape, double-sided. If that's what you want to do. Make sure you try to get this in as straight as possible so it's not hanging out the sides or the bottom of the book. Now that is in there, I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's not really glued tight yet, but like I said, it does it quite quickly. That's done. So, okay. Now, I'll put more of the pink in here. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to put another piece that I never put down. I keep saying I'm going to put another piece. I never put the first piece. I put the notebook paper instead. So this one we're going to put it in. I cut these at 5.5 by 8.5, or 8.5 by 5.5. So it's not as wide as the envelope itself, but it's wide enough to cover the space that I want covered. But you can do your own measurements, your own judgment, make it the way that you would like to see it made. But this is how I'm doing it, and I try to put it as evenly on the page without going off or looking too crooked. Even if you do, it's a journal, one and done. You know, you do it now, fill it right in it, trash it, make another one. Easy, easy peasy. So, yeah. Okay, now that we got that down, take these glasses off. See if the edges are, sometimes the edges don't glue really good, so I always try to go back and lift them so that I can, like I say, keep a flat brush to go right up under that edge. Try to get the glue on it so it's stuck. There we go. That's done. And we'll go to the next page. 1, 2, 3 is where the paper at. 1, 2, and 3. We'll put the other one here. Like I said, they are 8.5 by 5.5. So it's going to cover that. There is a pocket, so I may just put it on this side just for those who would like to see a pocket on that side. So we're going to do it over here and leave that pocket available to insert things. You might want to keep it to search your car documents in, or anything that you just want to remember. You might be going grocery shopping. Make one pouch for grocery shopping, one for things just to remember that you need to do throughout the day, or just anything that you want to store and have easy access, because it's all in one envelope journal that you can have with you everywhere you go. Throw it in your car, purse, and you know you got all these things. You can use these pages to say what's in that pocket if that's something you choose to do. I have not figured out anything to put on it yet, for as that's concerned, but that is a good thought. Pointing to that page, that pocket. What's in this pocket? You have an arrow point there. Car documents. Receipts. Some people like to keep their receipts just in case something go wrong. They want to take it back. Because I know me, I have receipts everywhere. I probably have bags of them. But it would be nice to just say this could be a whole receipt journal. Everything I buy from Walmart, everything that I buy from Hobby Lobby, everything that I buy from Michael's, each place has its own spot. So if I had to return something, I would easily know how to go back and say this is where it's at. So yeah, so all of these pockets seem to be on the right hand side. Do I want to close it up? I don't. Let's see how many. 1, 2, and 3 pockets. So I'm going to close one up. It'll probably be this one. Yeah, I'm going to close this one up. So there will be no pocket here. And I'll probably put some, one of the ephemeras that I made on this page just to give it some pop, some inspiration, something different. How about that? And then around the edge of this book, as I showed you, I have ribbon. So that ribbon is going to go around the edge. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm trying to be as short as possible. As y'all know, this is new to me, and it can only get better. I'm not giving up. Thanks for all those who have been supporting me through this start of my journey. And just as I watch people start out just like I'm doing, and I go back now and look at it and be like, oh my God, if I would have started when they started. Those people never gave up, and I feel like I'm going to do the same. I'm never giving up on this. I like what I'm doing, and I know in some ways it's going to help somebody out there do just what I'm doing one day for themselves. I ain't the best at it, but I love crafting. I know how to do so many things because I used to be after school teacher, and all I done was craft. And I tell you, we're only supposed to have like 15 kids in our space to do crafts with. Let me tell you, I had 2 tables, 15 on one side, 50 on the other side, and have to get maybe one of the other teachers to come and help me supervise it. And they didn't have to do their craft or their outside activity, but I think I was the most crafty person there at the time, and all of the kids wanted to come through me. And this was from kindergarten through 5th grade. That was a lot of fun. I miss it a lot, to the point that I would like to one day do it again. Okay, so that is the book. You see the journal right now, envelope journal. You saw the pages that I put in. So now, with that being done, we can put pockets on the inside. I will have to cut these in half to make some pockets. I did cut some pockets already, so I'm gonna do that. Pockets on the sides that don't have the envelope slot opening. I'll put maybe a couple of pockets in here. Let's go back. Maybe we'll put one right on behind the front cover. How about that? I think that'll be cute. So let's do that. Only go around the edge, leaving the top open, the bottom, just enough to try to keep it stuck. So here we go. Now we're going to put it even with the edge of the envelope, as close as possible, and it's down. Okay, and there's our little pocket. It's not stuck or dried yet, so it may pop back up, but like I said, I always try to run my fingers across it to make sure it's thick, and then even after I feel like it should be closed, if it's not, the tip comes up, I put a little bit more, just so we can get that pocket right. Okay, so we got a pocket on the back side of the book. I may cut this little edge off. I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference, or not. I don't want to have a hole in there. You put your little things. You can put your bookmarks in here, and so on. It's unlimited to what you can put in these envelope journals. To me, it's more like a place to store things. I hope this brightens someone's day. It is really cute and an easy way to store things if you need pockets and pockets and pockets, and even somewhere you can write or journal throughout the day, whatever it is you shopping for, or something you just need to remember, or even doctor's appointments. You can keep those records in here, but I tell you, that stuff is very confidential. You may not want to put something that you wouldn't want somebody to find if you happen to lose it, so think about that too. So I'm going to take that back. I wouldn't say put your documents from the doctor in here, but you can put your appointments in here just as a reminder. Now I'm going to go, and I'm probably going to use this lacy thing to put along, not lacy thing, but the lacy ribbon on the edge to make it really cute. And doing that with some glue. And I'll come back once I'm done putting that on and let you see what. Okay, now that I have put the lace on the book, this is what it looks like. And I also put some ephemera in the inside. So here's the front. Remember the pocket I put on this side, and then the little ephemera. Put it up close so you can see it. And then the next page, I don't think I did anything else. I just left the pocket, of course, right here. You can put whatever you want on this side. And then here, just the page covering to not show that pocket that is closed up. Then another pocket, left this part blank. Flip to the next page. Remember, there's nothing over there. Still have a lot of pockets to store things, as I said before. And that's the little notepad. And then more ephemera that I made. You can see that. I think that's the only thing I really did is put the edges on, added ephemera. Here's the other one because they all match the book. And then last but not least, that last page. And then the pocket still here. So you got a lot of storage here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and that you come back again to see the next one. Remember, again, like, subscribe, follow me, and hit that little bell so you can know and get the updates as I do more videos. Thank you, and as always, jackpot, baby.